and welcome to this episode of Three Questions. I'm Greg Michlig, President and CEO at CUInsight.com, and it's a pleasure to be joined by Heather McKissick, Chief Executive Officer at CUES. Heather, thank you for being here.
Hi, Greg. Thank you. I am very happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
It's great to see you, and I'm looking forward to this conversation. So I know our audience is also eager to hear from you, and we've got those three questions lined up. So let's jump right in.
Wonderful.
All right. I know you've been traveling a lot. You've recently been in Africa. You're headed to Australia for the World Credit Union Conference. You've got important relationships with credit unions across Canada. And we were just talking before this a little bit. You've spoken about the idea that leadership speaks every language. What are you learning globally that U.S. credit unions and leaders need to hear right now?
Well, what's interesting to me, of course, is that anything that's happening for us right here in North America tends to be a microcosm of what's happening in the whole wide world. And I think being able to travel to so many different places on behalf of and because of credit unions, I'm really starting to discover that one of the biggest myths, let's say, in leadership is that our challenges are unique to us.
Hmm.
And I don't mean that to say that people don't have unique challenges. Each one of us has a unique a set of members or constituents, and we want to pay attention to their unique needs so that we can serve them well. And that is what makes credit union leadership so nuanced, is because we are in that business of people helping people. But I'll be honest with you, if I'm talking to leaders in Africa or in Australia or in Canada or in the United States, the themes across the set are remarkably consistent. It's generally about trust, it's about talent, it's about governance, and it's about leading through uncertainty. I think for all of us now more than ever.
You
For
mentioned
me,
governance. Oh, go right ahead. Go ahead and
no,
finish.
no, no, that's it. I mean, my whole point was just simply to say that what I think changes from country to country, it's not about the need for leadership. It's about strong leadership behaviors being universal. That's really what I'm trying to say. We are all doing the very best with what we've got, and we are all focused on trying to be clear, trying to be curious, trying to be adaptable, and doing the best that we can for the people that we serve, given the unique circumstances that we all find ourselves in.
I got anxious because I heard you say governance, and
Mhm.
I know governance is a big issue. It's a big topic at CUES, and it's really often treated as a compliance conversation. Now it seems like it feels more strategic, and I'm just curious, why are boards and governance becoming such a critical leadership conversation for credit unions right now?
I mean, it's a great question. I think it does go back to the complexity that I was talking about before. No matter where we are, CEOs are facing a degree of complexity today that perhaps no matter how seasoned they are, they have not yet faced. And that has really elevated the importance of strong governance in our institutions because boards aren't really just approving strategy anymore. They're helping our organizations navigate the disruption that we are facing real time. And so I think that's a big part of why governance is having that moment now more than ever, and why that is so important for us now more than ever. And I'm so grateful that at CUES we focus in a significant way on the relationship there, especially the relationship between the CEO and the board or the board chair, because that is probably still one of the most underrated competitive advantages that the credit union system has. That relationship is the foundation for the work that we do at CUES related to leadership and leadership development, making sure that leaders are aligned not only in their vision, but in their plan for execution and how to handle that disruption as it continues to come our way.
When I see cues in the marketplace, I see lead the way, and when you talk about that, board chair, CEO, board relationship. You really do. CUES really does lead on that. And you are currently launching a leadership competency model at a time when many organizations are rethinking what effective leadership actually looks like. So, what capabilities do you believe matter most for the next generation of credit union leaders, and where does CUES fit into that?
No, I think that's a great question. Thank you for asking. I mean, CUES has in so many ways helped to hold the standard for strong leadership across the industry, honestly, for 60 years now. And we have seen that standard evolve over time. And as we've been talking about already, that standard is still evolving in terms of what makes strong, relevant, capable leadership, both from the governance and from the management or the operational side. I think that technical expertise does still matter, but leadership today is just increasingly dependent upon human capability. And especially now in the days of AI and automation, those human capabilities that are a lot harder to automate are the things that we are hearing most dialogue about, that we are engaging with our members, and that the members are engaging with one another about. It's about the capacity for strong leaders to understand what means good judgment and to exercise good judgment, to have the kind of communication and change management skill and capability that they need to move fast and still be steady. We're hearing a lot about resilience. We're hearing a lot about influence without authority. And a lot of those things might sound like emotional intelligence, but it's about more than just that. We're trying to move away from the idea that leadership is tied only to title or to tenure. We believe that leadership really now is more than ever about the ability to create clarity and to get to that place of alignment that I was talking about before, and also to be able to create and sustain momentum even when the circumstances are unclear. Is that answering your question?
It does. It does. And again, going back to the lead the way, you're doing some wonderful things at CUES, and it's as someone whose career in the credit union industry started at CUES many years ago. I appreciate all the wonderful things that you and the team are doing there, and I also appreciate the collaboration that CUInsight has with CUES. And thank you for your leadership on that, and in all ways as it applies to CUES and the credit union space. It's really a pleasure to speak with you, and I appreciate you taking the time to join me for this interview.
Oh, well, my great pleasure. Clearly, we are standing on the shoulders of giants,
Hmm.
and so grateful for all of those who have come before us at CUES, and for anybody listening or watching that is eager to learn more. Please watch this space at CUInsight about all of the different ways through our upcoming events, the Directors Conference, the symposium, and through some of the new leadership standard workshops and material, both online and in person, that we are making available to our members and to others to help you keep up with the times and feel strong in that foundation of leadership.
That's wonderful. Yep, follow that direction for all of you who are paying attention and watching this video. And we thank you for taking the time to watch this 3 questions video interview. Thank you again, Heather, and we'll see
You
you all
bet.
next time.